here today talking about Disney World, and we are talking about hotels, Disney World resorts. This is intended to be a comprehensive guide of all the hotels are available. Maybe this is your first time going to Disney World and there's so many options and you don't know what to pick. Or maybe you've been there a few times and you're kind of thinking about, what other options are available. I've had the good fortune of staying at Disney World. Most of I think there's only two or three now that I actually haven't stayed at. So I'm going to put my my investment to good use. Tell you, the kind of the pros and the cons, and give you the lay of the land. And we'll walk through the prices, and we'll start at the bottom. This is the Disney World website. Places to stay takes you here. Put in your date range, hit view rates, and it's going to show you some stuff. And it's sortable. There's a lot of options, but we are going to take a look, price, low to high, and now you can kind of see who's who. I've actually never stayed at the campsites, but if you have a tent, if you have a camper, have an RV, you can go ahead and stay there, and that's a plot of land. And that's $112. Otherwise, the cheapest are the All-Star Complex, and they're all three the same price. The rooms are somewhat simple. It's gives you the transportation. We stayed at All Star Sports. It's cool because when you walk through there, there's super big theming, like big sports helmets, big soccer balls, and it's cool. And there's a pool in each of these. It's designed to be what we would call, I don't know, simplistic. Here you go. Here's the pool. I mean, that's refreshing, right? And here's kind of the bus area as you go in, and each one of these is the same. There's a place for food, and the rooms are out here. You can see that there's second and third floor, and so yeah, it's smaller than the other resorts, bigger than a cruise ship room, much bigger than a cruise ship room. But I guess the pro is definitely the cost, and if you plan at being at the parks all day, every day, anyway, certainly, an option to think about. There's not like a separate place to kind of like sit and hang out if you're awake. So you'll be in the bed, and that's to me, my opinion, compared to the higher moderate, or the bed was a little firmer. My wife disagrees. It was comfortable, but nevertheless, that is it. So you got the standard room. You can be like, okay, what's the preferred room? Preferred room's a little closer to the pool and the food and the bus area. So with Disney, the price comes with convenience, and the convenience in this case is proximity. You just get to take the bus everywhere, and that's not bad. The lines, the depending upon volume, the line for the bus can be long, and that's okay. And that'll be the same for all three of these. There is a value resort, the Art of Animation, and Pop Century. These are also value, a little bit more expensive. But what makes them a little bit more expensive? Well, for one, uh, unlike the All Star Value Resorts, these actually do have a Skyliner. A Skyliner shared between Art of Animation and Pop Century. Uh, you'll follow the signs and hop on there, and it'll take you to the Caribbean beach. And then you can head on down to Epcot or head on down to Hollywood Studios. So that is why this one is $50 more expensive than the other one. Then there's more price points galore. You still have your standard room, and then there's a standard room with a pool. You want to be in the room and look at the pool? Well, you can pay about $5 more for that, or you can go to the pool and look at the pool. Then there's the preferred room, which again is closer to the amenities. Closer you get to the amenities, and look at this. You want to look at the pool and be close to the amenities? Well, you are in luck, and that is good. The gallery here, a little bit more spacious, but very similar. Take a look. Very similar to what you saw at the All Star. You got the rooms, several tiers here, four floors. And but who is that? Is that our good friend? Is that Roger Rabbit? I think it is. Uh, there's the pool. You want to be in the pool and get showered, you're in luck. You can do that. There are people having fun. You can play big 12-foot foosball. So, okay. So that is, in short, the value resorts. I am going to show you the art of animation just for 1 minute because they have these things called family suites. We'll go down here and take a look and show you the price. The rooms are intended to be larger, and there's theming. So you got like the Little Mermaid suites. The movies just came out. And family suites, here we go. 561 Cars family suites, the Lion King family suites. And it comes with a queen, a double, and a table. So it can sleep up to 6. So if you're traveling with a larger family, this would certainly meet your needs, and it's themed. And if we take a look at the gallery, you can kind of see a little bit of what the theming is. And again, the name of this one is Art of Animation. So you get a lot of art and animation, and it's just, there's Disney. This is why we stay here. There's Disney stuff everywhere. You can get, do it for the gram and some selfies there. The pool, big pool, plenty of room. Some turtles, crabs. I mean, it's the reason we stay at Disney is precisely for this, the attention to detail. And even in the value resorts, you get the attention to detail. So that will conclude the value. In short, if you're like, whoa, hey, that was a lot, it's cheap. It's meant to be a bed, to hang out, to rest, and to go to the park and go to the pool and have fun. And I guess that's all the rooms. All the rooms will meet that. Now let's go into the moderate. This is what Disney calls the moderate. Coronado Springs, stayed here many times. Here you're going to from here, the next several rooms you're going to feel like you're at an attraction. For example, Coronado Springs, you're going to feel like you're at Big Thunder Mountain Railroad, more or less. The new tower, $411 a night, 2 queens, and you can go up, and the views, if you're pointed in the right direction, you get a nice sweeping view of Disney World, and it is rumored that you can see fireworks if you're pointed the right way. Otherwise, there's a campus, and it's pretty sprawled. The cheapest rooms, it will be a walk, a sizable walk. You follow the signs, you won't get lost, but there's a bunch of little buildings spread out across the area here. As a matter of fact, let me kind of show you what I'm talking about. If you're not familiar with the Disney World website, it does come with a map. And the map, if you do get lost, I did get lost one of my earlier trips, but that was at a different resort that we'll cover, I believe next. So let me use this map, and I'll zoom in. Coronado Springs is right here. Here's what I'm talking about. It is big. So the cheaper rooms going to be back here. And then you get to why you want a drink. Well, the drinks are right up here in this area. So if you get a drink, or if you're hankering for a quick service breakfast, I believe there is a bus that'll take you around, so you can walk to your bus stop and take the bus around, and definitely quicker is to walk from here over the bridge to here. So that's what standard room means. The tower, you are in the tower right here. You just take the elevator down, and you get refreshments. With the increased cost comes increased amenities. There's restaurants. You got a restaurant here on the beach. The pool. Let's zoom in on this pool. If you've ever been to Disneyland, well, if you've been to Epcot, they got a pyramid there. And this pool kind of feels like you're in the Disneyland Indiana Jones ride. And there's a big slide. You can take the slide. It goes, wee, and it's a lot of fun. I really enjoy the thing with this pool. Yes, there's refreshments for adults and children. And if your little kids are like, hey, I'm tired of playing in the pool, can throw some money at an arcade or a playground in the back. But very, very cool. But yeah, there's a restaurant here, and there's a quick service and a restaurant. Lots of restaurants in this establishment. So Coronado Springs, here's the prices. And just in case you want to see some pictures, I don't typically take pictures of the resorts. As a matter of fact, if you see one that, hey, there's the pyramid I was telling you about, do not climb on this. I don't even think they want you climbing on that, frankly. I've seen them. I've seen the cast members let them know. But at night, it's lit up. There's that tower. It's one of my it's one of my favorite resorts. The pro is definitely the cost. The con is I'm not a big fan of the bus. I just don't like the bus, and so that's why we don't do it. But the prices that you see here, easy to get this under 300. You want a preferred room? What does preferred room mean? Preferred are these right here. So you wake up, you go poof, you're getting refreshments, and you're starting to trip off, right? So we'll leave Coronado Springs now, and we will go on down to Port Orleans. Now, if you're familiar with Disney World, you've been on Pirates of the Caribbean. These are to help you feel like you're kind of part of the theming. Kind of makes you feel like you're not like on a pirate ship, but as you walk into the ride, you just kind of feel like it. So the French Quarter. You got the river view, standard view. If you want to be in your room looking at stuff, and that's going to be over here. We are right here, right, Port Orleans, French Quarter. There's two of them. Don't get them mixed up. There's Riverside, French Quarter. So a little bit of a campus, not too bad. A little bit more compact together, and the price is pretty good, $300. And if we take a look at some of the pictures here, I can give you a sense of the theming. There's one of the dining halls there. So if you've ever been to New Orleans, this kind of feels like the French Quarter. It's an alligator playing a clarinet. Pretty nice. I mean, the pool is very nice. So that's a good one. Actually, that's one of the ones I've never stayed at because I really like staying at the sister resort, which is the Port Riverside. I really enjoy the Riverside Hotel. The Riverside here, it's comparable in cost, about $300 a night. You can get a bigger room, standard view. And we'll take a look at the pictures. The layout's very similar to Coronado Springs. We'll just zoom up. You got a restaurant here, a nice big food. Also, it has a feel like you're on Tom Sawyer Island as you walk through this. But the campus is very big. Both these have a boat that will take you to Disney Springs. So if you want to do some shopping, you don't have to drive or wait for the bus. You can just take the boat. And the lighting, the dock, you can kind of smell like you're at the dock. The entrance has a nice big grand feel. At night, walking back from the pool, the lights, and actually that's where you get the boats to the Disney Springs. That's what I'm talking about, like Tom Sawyer Island-like feel. Nice seafood restaurant there. And there's a glimpse of the pool with it's a really good sized pool and themed, and I always enjoy Disney and their theming. I really do. We'll go on down to the next one, which should be Caribbean Beach, which is my favorite of all of them. Caribbean Beach is, it feels like it's a moderate, a deluxe resort versus a moderate. And the price, because it has Skyliner access, it will be it can be a little bit more expensive. In this case, it's almost the same price as the other ones, $296 as the moderate. And I will zoom out and show you where that one is. It is right. There's Epcot, there's Swan, there's Hollywood Studios, and right here. Here we go. As a matter of fact, here's the Pop Century and Art of Animation. Here's the Caribbean Beach Resort. So I told you earlier that one connects via Skyline. Here's the Skyline. The con of this one is that it is also big. So if you're out by Aruba and you want to get a drink, you got to walk to here. Yeah, but the pro is there's so many dining options. You got options that are here, and then you got the Riviera, which is right here. And if you're staying down here, yeah, you could take the Skyliner up here, or there's a Skyliner station down at the Riviera. It is my favorite. There's also a little path here that, if you're down here, we normally end up staying here somehow, and we just take the little path to the pool, and the pool is very cool. It has two sides, and it is actually for the money. It is definitely my favorite resort. There's nice places to eat, big sprawling layout. If you have money and want to buy gifts, you can. Kind of layout of the campus there. There it is with the water, and there's the pool. That's the Pirates of the Caribbean over here at the Disney World one. The Port Orleans feels like the Pirates of the Caribbean and Disneyland. This one is Disney World, so you get all the feel, and the slides back there, and my kid really enjoys the slide. It's a great resort. The Skyliner access after walking, Epcot, not waiting for a bus. I don't know. It's one of my favorites. All right, now we are going to. I'm not going in depth on these next two because I haven't stayed there, so I can't give you like any feedback on it. But the deluxe resorts come normally with better, what do we call, high quality amenities and better. But these are DVC properties that are also sold some rooms to people that want to buy them. So we'll take that for what it's worth. The prices are there. There's cabins at Fort Wilderness. You may remember up here that there's campsites at Fort Wilderness. You can also get some cabins. I've never stayed there, but for $500, there you go. Now these next ones, Disney Animal Kingdom Lodge and the villas. You can get these. I've gotten this for almost $300. And the cool thing about deluxe resorts is you get to stay at Disney, some of the theme parks, extra hours if that is more your speed. So with that, let's take a look. Some of the rooms, wake up, go out, and you got a view of the animals, and that is certainly something. Oh, and there's club access. It includes. Well, you go up and there's like food waiting for you. So in these prices, it's $900 a night, but there's food and adult beverages. So you got Resort View, Water View, and then Savannah View. And Savannah View is where you wake up, go out, and say hello to the giraffes and the zebras. There's no lions or nothing. The pro is this can be a deluxe resort at a very reasonable price. The con is, well, you're at Animal Kingdom. And while that isn't necessarily bad in and of itself, the Animal Kingdom Lodge is like right over here. So you take a bus to Animal Kingdom, bus to Hollywood Studios, and to get to the Magic Kingdom, honestly, it's about 30 minutes of transfer time. And you're sitting down, not the end of the world, but it is certainly worth noting that that is the cost. And one time we checked in, and we parked here, walked, and then walked, and our room was right like three down. And on the map, you're like, "Hey, pal, that doesn't look so bad." It was a good haul. So be careful. It could be a long walk, but here's all the animals, and they hang out with you, and that is why we like Animal Kingdom Lodge. There's also the Kidani one. I won't show you that. Prices are very similar. Here we go. There's that, and there's great, really good restaurants here. There's a buffet. There's just some a dining place, and the food at these restaurants is solid. So if you can get it for $300 a night, highly recommend it. Otherwise, maybe not. Maybe not $500 a night. Boulder Ridge Villas stayed here. Can take the boat. Before I say there was a boat when I stayed there. There may not be a boat if it's under maintenance or still staffing. Otherwise, you'll take the bus to the Magic Kingdom. But I pretty sure the boat's back. Just double check, boat, when you check in, so you're not going down to the boat area. So Boulder Ridge is up at the Wilderness Lodge, part of the Magic Kingdom Resort. So we're going to zoom out and go all the way up to the Magic Kingdom Wilderness Lodge. Ta-da! And you got a nice view of this. And the castle you can't really see the castle, but the boat would take you through here and here. Back in the day, you could take a boat to Contemporary, you could take the boat to Fort Wilderness. Over here, there's Hoop-Dee-Doo Review, great food at Fort Wilderness Lodge there. Right here is the Hoop-Dee-Doo Review. All you can eat chicken, all you can drink beer. I'm not a big beer guy, but the price is $500, so it has to be something special. And for me, for $500, like we're talking, I don't know. I'd assume save $300-$200 a night and stay at Caribbean Beach. Copper Creek is also at Wilderness Lodge. There's the Jamba House at Animal Kingdom, Disney Wilderness Lodge. Now, so these next three that I'm going to talk about, Disney Beach Club, Disney Yacht Club, they're kind of the same. The price is different. And when I say, hey, what do you mean, pal? They're kind of the same. Watch this. I'm going to zoom out. I'm going to go down to Epcot here, zoom in, and kind of the same. So you got Yacht Club here, Beach Club here, bus pulls in here, picks up people, drives around, and then picks you up. Now, if you're staying at the Beach Club, that's noteworthy because everyone that's here is on the bus, and by the time it gets over here, it's full, and they may drop people off, they may not. During times of the holidays, think Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, think high volume, that could very well impact you and your ability to get to the park if you're in a pinch to get dining reservations or a fast pass or a Genie Plus reservation. So the Yacht Club's a little better because you get first pick. And right here, there's a thing called Beaches and Cream. And I believe, yes, it's this little thing right here. And it's my favorite. You can get the kitchen sink. So yes, the Beach Club, I'll show you the rooms. The rooms are big. They're spacious. And they should be for $500 a night. It's got like a mint green feel. The pool is world class. I don't think the pictures here that they put. Well, okay. Here's the slide. Let's show you the slide here. So here's the pool, and this pool is broken up into like 5 sections. So here's the sand bottom pool. Here's a lazy river. This is an honest to God lazy river with inner tubes in there. Then there's just a pool. Over here is a little place for people to kind of play volleyball. Here's a little whirlpool, and here's more places to swim. You don't want to swim here because you got to take a path, steps, and then slide into there. And it's the pool's the best in all of the Magic Kingdom, Disney World, and the slide outside of being at one of the water parks is the best. And there's a little place here to make s'mores. If you're not hot from a hot summer day, you can hang around a fire and be a little warmer still. All right, so that is the Beach Club, and it's also the Yacht Club. So I won't go into both. If you can get one's cheaper than the other. Get it. Sometimes if the 25%, whether it's Florida resident, DVC, pass holder, Hulu, it's the fall. If you can get this for under $400 a night, it's certainly worth it, and I would highly recommend it. But the rooms are nearly the same. Each resort kind of smells kind of like you're on vacation, and it is a fantastic time. Just fantastic. There's also the Boardwalk Inn. Man, it's over here. It's expensive, but it feels like you're on a boardwalk. The campus is pretty big, has its own pizza window. So here's all the boardwalk. More stuff over here. I've stayed here as a DVC rental a couple times. Pool is big. Nice big pool. But on the boardwalk, you got all sorts of stuff. You can take the boat into Epcot. You can take the boat to Hollywood Studios, and that's true with the yacht club and the beach club, by the way. Or you can walk. And look at this Epcot, boom, right there. You got the World Showcase. So you could take the boat, but you could also walk. And after fireworks, when there's a long line of people to get to the Skyliner, it's just a quick walk. And, you're on your way. So then that's the boardwalk. So I won't go in and show you the rooms if you're interested in it. It's $600 a night. Same thing with Bay Lake Tower. Although that's where we stay at New Year's Eve. That's where we stayed last New Year's Eve. That's where we're staying this New Year's Eve, and I'll show you why here in a little bit. Polynesian, I won't show you that yet because I want to show you the Contemporary Resort. The Contemporary Resort is right here, and you might have seen it. The monorail goes right through it. And for Christmas and New Year's Eve, you can't beat it. This is it's going to be expensive. And there's actually rooms, theme park rooms. These rooms right here that you see, they can all see the Magic Kingdom. They can see monorails go by, the buses, the crowds pouring in. You can see the Astro Orbiter doing things. You can see the Tron doing things. You can see Big Thunder Mountain in the distance and the castle. Very, very cool. You can obviously see the fireworks. And Bay Lake Tower is very similar. Last time we were here, we had a room right here. So I walked out to my balcony. Space Mountain was right there. But at the end of the day, the most important thing is these rooms are the easiest rooms to get to the Magic Kingdom because you just go down and you walk. You could take the monorail. The problem with the monorail is you're going to be the last stop. So you're going to take the monorail here, go to the TTC, go to Polynesian, Grand Floridian, which is, hey, listen, it's cool. You get to see it all. But another cool thing about that is that it's pros and cons of being on the monorail. It's definitely faster to walk. But your dining options. So the Contemporary Resort has Chef Mickey's, Steakhouse 71, California Grill, just to name a few, as well as quick service. You can head over here to the Polynesian. They have Ohana, and they have Kona Cafe, so you can get your Tonga toast and just have a really good time. Take the monorail over here to Narcoossee's. If you can get Victoria Albert's reservations, I salute you. That's a 5 diamond restaurant, like one of the finest restaurants in all the world. And I highly recommend you dress the part. Otherwise, what is it, 1900 Park Fare? Their dining options on top of eating in the Magic Kingdom. Tony's Town Square, the Jungle Cruise place, eating in the castle, be our guest, just to name a few. So when you stay up on a monorail resort, yes, the price is mucho. 620. Hey, you know what? Hey, actually, in the summer, I've seen the 627 down under 400. So if you can get it on discount, that is pretty good. But we're a long way from the value. The value resort was 188 a night. But here's what it looks like. Your rooms, your rooms are on the other side of this wall here. Just, there's doors here and the monorail's coming in. You can drink coffee down here. When I stay here, I just sit here in the morning and just watch the masses of humanity pour into the Magic Kingdom as the monorails go through. Here's Chef Mickey's. You can eat, it's a buffet. You got food scattered about here and the characters walk through. And you can get pictures. And here's the pool. Yeah, it's a little tame water slide compared to the beach club. It's a water slide. This is the back side, but on the other side, the theme park view. This is the lake view. Here's your balcony, and you get there's a couple chairs out there for you to sit down, hang out, and up here's the restaurant. And if you get the restaurant at the right time, you can watch fireworks up there, and it is Well, we'll be there for New Year's Eve. That is tradition, and you can't beat it. The Polynesian, if I scroll down again, Polynesian is very similar, except the theming is to make you feel like you're in a tropical paradise. Even though Florida is in the tropics, here you're supposed to feel like you're in Polynesia. We just stayed here in June at a DVC property. And it was good. it was good. Hey, there's boats that take you to and from the Magic Kingdom. Here's I believe this is the Kona Cafe. And there's the Polynesian Ohana's up here. You can look over at the Magic Kingdom. There should be a beach over there and a pool where you can. The pool's really nice. It has a volcano slide where you go through. Oh, hey, the cool thing about staying here is the Dole Whip. There's Dole Whip stand by the pool. I may have had a few, and it's just for me. It's for the money. If I'm dropping, $700 a night, me personally, I'm probably at the beach club. I'm probably at the yacht club, just for those amenities. Yeah, it's nice being on the monorail, but at the end of the day, the monorail is only going to do so much for me. I still have to take a bus, so that's that. Let's finish strong. And we will talk about, well, maybe. Oh, here it is, Grand Floridian, the finest of the fine, the Victorian architecture, Disney probably at its finest. The prices are going to be a little bit more expensive than probably anywhere else in the property. But we got we'll take a look at some pictures here. They do Christmas fantastic. They decorate. Look at this lobby, this atrium. It is, they went big. Here's a glimpse at the pool. And it is everything that's Victorian Albert's restaurant. I'm telling you. I've never had the opportunity to eat. Heck, I've only ever seen it available for reservations a couple times, and it just didn't fit our schedule. And frankly, it's classier than me. It's a little bit above my pay scale, but it is the finest of the fine. Pretty big campus, a little bigger now. They have a DVC wing. Polynesian is getting a new DVC wing right here. But it is fine, and they got a new walkway. Now you can walk, to the Magic Kingdom from Grand Floridian. Maybe I think Contemporary is probably closer by maybe a quarter mile or so, but we'll take it from there. But for my money, if you're sitting there in short, for my money, like on the per just value per dollar, you cannot do better than the Caribbean Beach Resort. Under $300 a night. And again, all the prices I'm showing you are without the discounts. So if you think about, hey, up to 25% off, up to 30% off, etc. Actually, a few years ago, it was up to 40% off. So, keep that in mind with all these prices. So, $300 a night for Caribbean Beach, you really can't beat it. But if I was going to splurge, it's still a splurge, even with the discount. The beach club and the yacht club, the food on site, the yacht club, they have chocolate waffles at Ale and Compass. And then over at the boardwalk, right across the way there, they have Trato El Forno's, which has breakfast pizza. And the breakfast at these places, at some of these premium places compared to Caribbean Beach perhaps, is just dynamite. And it's not like overly expensive. I think it's, $13-15 for a sit-down breakfast and resting your feet before you go put them through the trials of a day at Disney. But that's definitely what I would splurge on: yacht club and beach club. And then during New Year's Eve, during the holidays, if possible, the Contemporary Resort. If you really want to splurge, theme park view is usually not like readily available. That isn't something you just say, hey, maybe tomorrow. Normally, you can book out up to 499 days in advance. The calendar you will see, like the one right now, you can see through the end of next year. But 499 days out is when you can make a room reservation, and most people do for a theme park view, especially for New Year's Eve. So if you're thinking about going for New Year's Eve, you have a few $1,000, I think it's $1,100 a night, sitting around, and you're thinking of trying to find something to do with it. Memories will be made, laughs will be had, tears will maybe shed, and your feet aren't going to be super happy with you. but there's no other place in the world I'd rather spend New Year's Eve at than Disney World. So we walked through all the ones that I've stayed at, gave you pros, gave you cons, gave you prices, gave you logistics. You have the tools, you have the website, you have the map. And of course, if you have any questions, well, you have me, but you probably also have another Disney guru. I'm always happy to answer questions, but I imagine most people probably have somebody else. So we've covered most of them, and certainly the ones I felt comfortable talking about were the ones I stayed at, and it looks like I haven't stayed at 5, so I need to close that gap. Feedback from me. Travel safely, and I'll see you in the next video.